I just want to introduce Cheryl Schumann. I actually know your husband. We did the RAD campaign together with the Baby You Can Drive My Car song, and we brought gifts for you too. I'm afraid we have all kinds of gifts. So these are some designer sunglasses, and this is a little love karma doll to bring good love karma to you and your little.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. All kinds of good. That's a different one. Heather, we wanted to grab you for an interview real quick, if that's okay? Great. Okay. I just wanted to talk to you basically about your charity involvement, because that's the thing that we're most interested in. A lot of things that we do are for charity. So what I'd like to have you talk about is, you know, your landmine work and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, okay?
Great.
So tell me how you got started with that and what inspired you and what kind of things you're doing now to prevent things like that happening.
Well, we've benefited over 366,000 people worldwide now and cleared over 16 million square meters. And what inspired me, I worked in the front line of the war zone in the former Yugoslavia, and a friend of mine died from a grenade that was thrown in a cafe. So I set up a refugee crisis centre back in the UK, and then I realised there were a lot of amputees. Before I lost my leg, this was.
Right.
And I started collecting limbs from around the country, and then I didn't have anyone to help me, so I thought, who'd cost us a fortune and does nothing? Prisoners.
Right.
So I got all the prisoners and all the prisons to dismantle the limbs, take them apart, and ship them down to the former Yugoslavia, and I trained someone from Europe every 2 weeks to take over. And so we started a rotary system, and it's just gone on and on and on. It's excelled the last few years.
How do you get your operating budget? And what I'm getting at, you know, I worked with RAD, one of the charities that Paul was instrumental in founding, but we organize a lot of the sponsorship for charities. So do you have corporate partners, or how does that work?
I work with the United Nations now, but when I initially started, I just used my own money, and you can find out you can do a lot when there's no administration costs.
Yes,
And
exactly.
so my main thing was I'll only work with the Dr. Minefield if 100% of the money goes to the charity, and they can find their funding from, you know, corporate sponsors, whatever they need to do.
Right.
But the 100% of the donations go to the cause.
That's
so I think a
excellent.
lot of people get fed up because they give their money and then they read the story, oh, you know, only 20% of it, 30, 50% went there. Well, they know 100% from a Dr. Minefield goes there. So we clear the minefields and fit up the kids. And I brought the fitting up the kids angle in because it's more humanitarian.
Absolutely.
You clear a green field, it's not as motivating as knowing you helped a kid walk, but you need to clear that field, otherwise more children will walk.
Absolutely.
So it goes on and on.
Let me ask you this. When we're out at different venues and events and so forth, we do a lot of public service announcements because we run into so many celebrities.
I've just done one for World Health Organization.
Well, do you want us to help you to get some public service announcements for the other celebrities that we work with? Let me give her a card, because we go to the Grammys, the MTV Awards. We have a full production crew, and that's what we do. We volunteer our services to different charities to film the public service announcements, because we see so many celebrities on a day-to-day basis, you know, and it only takes them a few minutes. This is my card. And then we do and anything we can do, I'm happy to our services to help you. I would love to do that. Yeah, so that would be great. Thank you so much. And can I get a photo real quick? Do you mind? Do a still photo. But yeah, let me know who to talk to, and we'll be happy to help you in any way we can. Because I did the RAD campaign for 3.5 years. We were on the road with Madonna and Aerosmith, and I do all the stuff for Interscope Records and everything else. So just while we're out covering the stories, we just shot the public service announcements too and did all the editing and everything. So, thank you.